Hey everyone, today I want to talk to you about MAC lipstick finishes. When I first started collecting MAC lipsticks, I would hear people say in videos like a lipstick was a luster or a satin or a cream sheen, and I didn't really know what any of those things meant. So I went to the MAC website and I looked on the website, and it didn't explain what the different finishes were or what they meant. It will tell you on the website what the finish is, but it won't tell you what that means. So I did some digging and I went to some different websites and I found some information, but most of the time it wasn't complete. They would leave off like one of the finishes, or it would be outdated and it would have finishes that don't even exist anymore. So anyways, that's what I'm going to talk about today. There are currently 8 different finishes for MAC lipsticks. I'm just going to go through each one individually and tell you as much as I can. And yes, I have notes in front of me because there's no way I could possibly remember all this. Okay, so let's start with matte finish. Basically what matte means is no shine. In terms of color, you're going to get a fantastic color payoff with a matte finish lipstick. The only downside is it's going to be a drier texture. There isn't a lot of moisture to a matte finish. Unfortunately, I do not have one that I can show you. I don't own any as yet. When I do have an example of a finish, I will definitely show it to you. Okay. The next one that I want to talk about is cream sheen. And cream sheen is, if you think about the word cream sheen, the finish is creamy and it's shiny, just like the name implies. And an example of that would be creme de nude. It's really wonderful in terms of moisture and shiny at the same time. That's creme de nude. Alright. And then the next one is called amplified. Now there's an amplified and there's an amplified cream. Okay, those are two different ones. I don't have any of the regular amplified. They don't come out very often. I think there's only 2 or 3 that exist in the entire collection. However, one of the, there's a collection coming out tomorrow called Riveting, and one of the lipsticks in that is amplified, but like I said, I can't show it to you. But anyways, amplified basically means that the color is true. So when you look at the lipstick, what you see is what you get. Sometimes that is not the case. You look at the lipstick and it doesn't show up on your lips the way it does in the tube. Well, it does in the case of amplified, and you get a glossy finish with amplified. Now, amplified cream is going to be the same thing, except for it's, in addition to the things that I just mentioned, it's also very creamy. And an example of that, of an amplified, you know what? Interesting. The one I was going to show you, I could have sworn was an amplified cream, but it's not. It's just regular amplified. Okay. So I don't have an amplified cream, I have just a plain old amplified, and that is Saint Germain. Now this feels creamy to me, so I wonder if... No, it just says amplified. No, I guess it's not really that creamy. I don't know. I'm just telling you what it says on the tube. Okay, so that's amplified and amplified cream. And I really think that Saint Germain is an amplified cream. I don't know why it doesn't say that on here, because I'm pretty sure that I had read that somewhere else. Well, in any case, the next one I'm going to talk about is Frost. And an example of frost would be the lipstick that I'm wearing right now, which is Victorian, which is part of the Spring Color Forecast collection. And that's what it looks like on a swatch. And a frost is just that. It's frosty. It's frosty, shimmery, shiny, and you get excellent color payoff with a frost. So what you see in the tube is what you get. Okay, the next one is satin. And probably the most popular satin lipstick right now is Myth. And it looks like that. And with a satin lipstick, you get a semi-matte finish. Okay, so you don't get a lot of shine to it. It's fairly matte. It's fairly dry, but you get lots of color. Okay. And the next one is Luster. An example of a luster is the new Viva Glam Lady Gaga lipstick that just came out. And that's it right there. That's what it looks like in the tube. And a luster is a slightly sheer, very shiny finish. It's like lip gloss, only better. You're not going to get the color payoff on a luster that you would on any of the other ones that I just mentioned. Okay, so you can build it, but you have to, you know, put more on. And last but not least is glaze. Now, of all the glazes, let's see, I think I'll show you Hue. This is an example of a glaze. This is Hue. Running out of spots here to show you. Okay, now it's going across the top of my hand there. See how there's not a very good color payoff on a glaze at all. So if you buy a lipstick by MAC and you bring it home and you're like, oh my god, I can't even see this on my lips, chances are it's a glaze. Glaze does have a glossy finish to it. It feels very smooth on your lips, but the color payoff is not good. And I also got bubble gum from Spring Color Forecast, and this is also a glaze. I'll show you this one too. See, so it is shiny, but it's certainly not as dark on my hand as it is in the tube. Although I have to admit that the bubblegum color shows up a lot better than the Hue does. So you can have some variation from color to color. Okay, so that's my MAC lipstick finishes video, and I'm going to do another video next time on MAC eyeshadow finishes and explain the difference between all the different eyeshadow finishes. Okay, see ya.